Good morning. It's day 11, I think, right? The last day of the fair. And I'm running a little late because I had a hard time getting up this morning. I could have slept and slept and slept. I needed the rest. But one last day of fair, and oh, look, Mom's watering plants. One last day of fair, and then I get to rest. Oh, and a quick book update. I'm 87 pages in, so really haven't had a lot of time to read in the last couple of days, but I did make a little bit of a dent yesterday, so, making progress. Don't know what to tell you at this moment about this. There's a lot of really disturbing situations that these kids find themselves in, and the bullying from the school that they're both in is some of the worst bullying I've read of in a book before. So that's hard to read. It's really hard to read. So it is a very hot day. So Mom and I decided we're going to go get some ice cream. So I've read about a third of this, and there's definitely not much of a plot at this point. I don't even know if there's meant to be. I know that the back of the book says that there's supposed to be a battle between the witches and the tech world, and that our two main characters who are basically going to be representing one and the other, because they're interconnected in a lot of ways, that's going to be a problem for this battle between the two worlds. That hasn't even come to happen yet, because so far we've only been experiencing the childhood of both of these characters. I feel like the big underlying message in this is that being different, not doing what society expects of you, and trying to live a life outside of what society deems as norm is going to get you punished, because these two characters are punished continuously by everyone around them. There's no one to protect them except each other. Their parents don't protect them. Their teachers don't protect them. Everybody around these two kids are constantly punishing them. And I mean like viciously punishing them for being different. I feel like we've been setting up the personality and the circumstances of these two characters so that we can better understand them in the future as they become adults. It's a lot. Like, I didn't expect to get this much of their childhood. It also shows our relationship with the two of them, and it's not this peachy relationship where they've been great friends this whole time. They have both treated each other abysmally, and they have not trusted each other and almost bought into the hype or the things that other people have said about them, even though you're like, you clearly should know this is not true about each other after all this time. And yet they either didn't want to take on the burden of having that other person as a friend because, you know, they also would get beat up when they were friends with the other person. And they just sometimes believed the stories or just didn't trust each other to stand up for each other, which was valid because they wouldn't stand up for each other that much. So that was very interesting to see. They had to basically walk on eggshells around each other at times. And there were plenty of times when they weren't actually friends. So like that is a very interesting conversation too. The person that you believe is the only person there for you is actually not there for you. It's so upsetting, like how awful both of these kids have lived. Their experiences have been so horrific, and yet they just keep pushing forward. As children especially, they don't really have a choice, but you kind of like separate them from all the horrible things that are surrounding them. You know, you kind of think, well, if nobody else can be responsible and give them what they need or treat them well, then they should have their own sense of autonomy, right? But that's not a reality for kids. I'm still interested. Like, it's still pulling me in. I haven't decided yet that I'm not interested in reading it anymore, even though I don't know if I would say that I'm enjoying this story. I would just say that it's odd and fascinating enough that I continue on reading. So I guess I'm going to continue on reading. And those are my thoughts for the night. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens on day 12 when I'm taking Damien driving because he's got his driver's permit and he needs to do some practicing. And then we're going to go to the water slides because it's been hot here. And that'll be fun. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Good night.